Let me be honest with you for a moment. A lot of women don't see this clearly. The problem isn't the message itself, it's the energy behind it. Because in love, it's never just about saying the right thing. It's about becoming the kind of woman whose presence already says everything. Not loud, not desperate, not overdone, just quietly powerful, felt deeply from the second you walk into a room. Like a song that plays once, but lingers in his mind for days. Before we dive in, I want something from you. If you've ever watched one of my videos and felt like I was speaking right to you, not just giving advice but actually pouring my whole heart into these words, then hit that like button and subscribe. I don't do this halfway, and I need your energy too. I want this message to reach the woman who's forgotten how magnetic she is, and I can't do that without your help. So if you're with me, stay here with me. Now let's be real. Have you ever seen a candle burning in a room full of light? It hardly stands out. But put that same candle in the dark and suddenly it becomes the center of attention. That's your energy. When you stop trying to explain yourself, chase connection, or beg to be seen, when you start speaking the right truth at the right time, you stop being the girlfriend who needs constant reassurance and become the woman who leaves an unforgettable mark. I've worked with women in all kinds of relationships, dating, engaged, married, and they all ask me the same thing. How do I keep the spark alive? How do I make him feel me even when I'm not saying anything? And I always tell them the same truth. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. A powerful woman doesn't just talk. She makes him lean in. She makes him curious. She makes him feel lucky to have her every single day. It's not magic, and it's definitely not manipulation. It's presence. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to shift from saying "I miss you" to something far deeper, something that touches his heart and draws him closer without you even trying. But before we go on, I want you to do something right now. Type this in the comments. I am the presence he never forgets. Say it out loud, feel it, own it. That's the energy we're building. Now let's spark that energy and turn your presence into something unforgettable. Here's where we start. Stop talking like his girlfriend and start speaking like his emotional equal. Because if you treat yourself like a placeholder, don't be surprised if he forgets to hold on to you. Let's be honest, most women don't even realize it, but they're texting like a girlfriend instead of communicating like a woman of power. You feel something, you type a long message, add a heart emoji or two, hit send, and then wait. Your heart starts racing. Did I say too much? Was I too needy? Should I have waited? And the truth is, he might not even respond with half the emotion you put out there. Not because he doesn't care, but because the energy behind your words isn't challenging him to rise up as a man. Picture this: a queen standing in her garden. She doesn't shout, she doesn't explain herself, she doesn't beg. She speaks, and the whole room listens. That's the kind of energy that earns a man's respect, his craving, his loyalty. I get it. You love him, you miss him, and you want him to feel the same. But ask yourself something honest. Do you want to be the woman he replies to, or the one he replays in his head at night? Here's the shift. Instead of saying, "I miss you so much, I've been thinking about you all day, I feel sad when you're not here," you simply say, "You crossed my mind earlier, and it felt good." Then stop there. Don't follow up. Don't explain. Just let it breathe. That single line doesn't ask for validation. It gives off certainty. It doesn't chase him down. It draws him in. You've just gone from girlfriend energy to emotional equal energy. A woman like that doesn't beg for attention. She commands devotion. And that, my love, is only the beginning. Because what I'm about to tell you next will make him pause mid-sentence, put down his phone, and start wondering how he got so lucky to have you. So stay with me. We're just getting started. Here's something most women don't realize. Men don't react to neediness. They respond to feminine calm, desperation shouts, Power whispers. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sent a simple "I miss you" text and instantly regretted it? Not because it was wrong, but because deep down you knew it didn't land the way you wanted. You read it again and again, checked if he saw it, waited for those 3 little dots, and suddenly you're trapped in your head. Did I come on too strong? Did I lower my value? Is he pulling away because I gave too much? I know that fear. You don't want to seem like too much, but you also don't want to feel unseen. You want him to feel your heart, but you don't want him to feel pressure. You want to be open, but not appear weak. And that's where so many women get stuck. Here's the truth. Most people don't say out loud. Men don't respond to emotional pressure. They respond to emotional presence, not the kind that floods him with over-explained feelings, but the kind that shows up steady, calm, and confident. It's like standing near a fire. If you throw yourself into it, you'll burn out and smother the flame. But if you come closer with steady warmth, the fire grows stronger, safer, and deeper. That's what feminine poise is. Quiet strength. It's not loud. It's not performative, but it's unforgettable. When you say, "I miss you" from a place of emotional need, it actually pushes him away. But when you say it from a place of grounded peace, you create a spark he can't ignore. You're not demanding closeness, you're inviting it. That's the secret difference between a woman who waits for a reply and the one who never leaves his mind. Say something like, "I won't say much, but I miss the way you smell." That one line says everything. It's not needy, it's warm, alive, and real. It paints a picture in his mind instead of putting pressure on his heart. And that's the secret magic. Men don't fall for the words themselves. They fall for how those words make them feel in the quiet moments between them. Remember this, your calm speaks louder than your cry. When you talk softly but stand strong inside, you awaken the part of him that wants to protect, hold, and stay close. This isn't about control or tricks. It's about understanding the emotional language that men truly respond to. When you get that right, you don't just become the woman he likes. You become the one he respects, values, and keeps choosing again and again. So the next time you feel that strong urge to text him, stop for a second. Take a breath. Ask yourself, am I sending this because I want to feel noticed, or because I'm calm in my power and letting him feel me? Because your energy arrives before your message ever does. And believe me, we're only beginning. What's coming next will shift everything. You'll learn how to make him emotionally drawn to the way you move, the way you speak, and the way you simply exist. Number 3. Create emotional echoes, not emotional clutter. It's not the words that stay, it's the quiet after them that does. Let's be honest. When we want closeness, when we miss him, when we feel unsure, we tend to talk too much. We explain, we overthink, we try to fill every silence, believing that if we just say more, maybe he'll feel more. But here's the truth that's hard to face. Real connection doesn't grow in noise, it grows in stillness. Think about music. You could play the most beautiful song, but if there's no pause, no breathing room, it just turns into noise. The silence between the notes gives it soul. That's what makes it powerful. And when it comes to masculine energy, that pause means everything. He doesn't want long paragraphs or a list of your emotions. What he wants is your presence, your energy, the feeling that hits him even in your quiet. That's what draws him in. Not words that overwhelm, but energy that stays. Let me give you an example. You whisper, "I had a moment today when I just wanted to wrap myself around you." Then you stop there. No heart emojis, no follow-up message, just silence. Let it land like a soft touch, leaving him to feel it in his body. That's not just a sentence, it's a spark. It builds a picture in his mind, and it stays. That quiet after the words. That's the emotional echo. It's soft, gentle, but unforgettable. So many women try to keep a man through endless words. But the kind of woman who truly understands her power knows that one meaningful line followed by silence says more than 100 "I miss you" texts ever could. And the best part, when you give that kind of space, you allow him to come closer on his own. You give him room to rise, to chase, to choose you willingly, not out of duty, but out of genuine desire. So next time you feel like saying more, say less. Let your words light the match, and your silence be the flame that keeps burning. Women who make noise might get attention, but women who create echoes, they get remembered. Number 4, make him feel wanted, not just loved. Love makes a man feel safe, but desire makes him stay hungry. Let's be clear, there's a big difference between loving a man and making him feel wanted. Most women lead with love. They care, they cook, they check in, they send kind messages. It's beautiful, but it often misses the spark that keeps a man magnetically drawn in. The feeling that he's still being chosen. Love tells him he's safe, but desire reminds him he still stirs something inside you. He still excites you. He still makes you blush. If you want a connection that stays alive, not just steady, you need both, love and desire. Think of it like a garden. Love is the water, it keeps things alive. But desire, that's the sunlight. Without it, everything starts to fade, even if it's still technically there. Many women say, "I don't understand what happened, I gave him everything, I loved him deeply." But they forget, men don't just want care, they want to feel wanted, not because they need help, but because they want to feel like they still matter, like they still inspire you. Here's how you shift it. Next time you're about to say, "I miss you," try this instead. "I keep thinking about that thing you did last night, and I'm still smiling." That simple line does so much. It tells him he made an impression. It shows him you're still feeling it long after the moment passed, and it keeps a bit of mystery alive, enough to make him curious. You're not just expressing love, you're sending energy, you're sparking his masculine pride, you're reminding him that he still gets to you, that he still makes your heart race. When he feels that, when he senses that he's still the reason behind your smile or your silence, he doesn't drift away. He moves closer, not out of habit, but because he wants to. Any man can feel loved, but the man who feels desired by the woman he already has will never stop wanting her. He keeps chasing, keeps showing up, keeps holding her like she's brand new. So don't just be his comfort, be his craving. Number 5, speak sensually without being explicit. Real seduction isn't about what you show, it's about what you hold back. Here's what most women don't realize. You don't need bold words, wild pictures, or constant flirtation to stay in his mind. You just need to touch his imagination. When you do that, when you play in that soft, teasing space between saying and not saying, you become unforgettable. And if you're worried, what if he takes it the wrong way? What if I seem too forward? Let me tell you this. True sensuality isn't about being loud or obvious. It's about the quiet, subtle moments. It's not shock value. It's emotional rhythm. It's the look you give him across the table, the warmth in your voice when you say his name, the sentence that starts a spark but never finishes it. That's what makes him crave you, not because of what you reveal, but because of what you leave to his imagination. That's the kind of energy that pulls him back in again and again, not out of lust alone, but out of deep emotional attraction. Because you're not just touching his body, you're living in his mind. You become the thought that lingers when the room goes quiet. Picture this. You're lying next to him in bed. You lean in slowly, and with the softest, calmest voice, you whisper, "You have no idea what you do to me sometimes, but I'll leave it at that." Then you turn away. Just like that, you've started a spark without adding a single flame. He's left wondering, playing it over in his head, trying to figure out what you meant, what else you might be hiding. That's emotional depth. That's real feminine power. And that's what keeps attraction alive for the long run. Not because you're being loud or obvious, but because you're being gentle, subtle, and sure of yourself. Men don't fall for big performances. They fall for the woman who can shift the whole mood of a room with with just her breath, the one who knows her strength so deeply that she doesn't need to raise her voice to make a man's heart race. She just plants a thought and lets his imagination do the rest. The woman who can speak softly and still steal a man's full attention. She owns the room and his focus every single time. So next time you want to draw him closer, don't write a long message. Don't overdo it. Just drop one soft line that keeps him curious, wanting, imagining. Less is always more when your energy already speaks volumes. Number 6, feed his masculine pride in a feminine way. Make a man feel like a hero and he'll never want to take off his cape. That's something not many women truly understand. Masculine energy doesn't need to be rescued. It needs to be recognized. A man doesn't want to be your emotional fix. He doesn't want to walk on eggshells around your moods, always proving himself. What he really craves is to feel that his presence makes a difference in your life, that he matters, that he's not just loved, but appreciated. Let's be clear though. I'm not saying you should flatter him just to boost his ego. I'm saying that if you love him, if you're with him, show him how his presence impacts you. Not from neediness, but from your calm, feminine core. From that gentle, grounded, glowing part of you that knows how to inspire without pushing, how to invite without begging. Picture this moment. He's sitting next to you, maybe not saying much, just relaxing. You lean over, not with drama or emotional noise, but with quiet feminine ease. And you say, "When I'm with you, my whole body relaxes. You're my exhale." That one line says more than 100 "I miss you" texts ever could. In that instant, he doesn't just feel wanted, he feels trusted, admired, centered. You've told him, "Your energy makes me better," and nothing lifts a man higher than knowing he brings you peace instead of pressure. Here's the truth. When a man is with a woman who makes him feel like he's winning, he'll walk through fire to keep her. Not because she asked, but because being her safe place makes him feel strong. So stop thinking you need to be overly affectionate or constantly available to show love. Try being open, thankful, a bit softer in your praise, but stronger in your presence. That's what stays in his memory. That's what draws him home again and again, proud to be with you. This isn't about pretending. It's about offering calm in a world that drains him daily. When you become the place where he can breathe, he won't just stay, he'll protect it. He'll pour into it. He'll grow with you. And in a world full of noise, stress, and shallow connections, that kind of love, that emotional nourishment is rare, and that rarity makes you unforgettable. Now, number 7, speak like you're already chosen, not like you're hoping to be. The second you stop waiting to be picked is the moment he realizes you were the prize the whole time. Let's get something straight. There's a huge difference between talking like a woman waiting to be loved and talking like a woman who knows she already is. Many women, even in committed relationships, still act like they're fighting to keep their place. They tiptoe emotionally, watching his tone, thinking, "Did I say too much? Should I hold back? Does he still care the same way?" And that endless overthinking slowly dims her light. But here's what I've noticed about women who stay magnetic even years into love. They don't chase reassurance. They don't beg for attention. They move with the calm belief, "I know what I bring, and I know he feels it too." Confidence isn't arrogance. It's understanding your worth and carrying yourself like a woman who's been chosen, not just once, but continually. Here's one simple shift that changes everything. Instead of saying, "I hope this lasts," or "I don't know what I'd do without you," try saying, "I had a moment today where I just felt lucky to have this." That line isn't needy. It's not testing anything. It's calm, steady, whole. It says, "I'm here and I love what we've built." It shows him you're emotionally grounded enough to enjoy love without gripping it like it could vanish. When a woman speaks from confidence instead of fear, she becomes both comfort and challenge. He doesn't feel forced to prove himself. He feels inspired to keep showing up. Think of it this way. A queen never asks her king to remind her she's wearing a crown. She simply wears it with quiet grace every single day, and he sees it, He respects it. He protects it. So if you want to stay unforgettable in your relationship, speak like you've already been chosen. Move with the quiet strength of a woman who knows her worth, and never let your words sound like you're begging to be noticed. When you can love deeply without losing yourself, when you appreciate the connection without tying your whole identity to it, you give him something rare, a woman who wants him but doesn't need him to feel whole. And that's what makes a man say, "She's not just mine, she's my peace." Number 8, use emotional timing. Say it when he least expects it. It's not only what you say, but when you say it, that makes it powerful. Listen closely. Timing isn't just a small detail, it's everything. You can have the perfect words, but if you say them at the wrong time, when your mood's off, or when his mind's elsewhere, they'll lose their weight. Men don't always process emotion through talk. They feel it through moments, small, quiet moments where the world slows down, where everything feels safe and calm. That's when connection becomes unforgettable. But too often, we rush, we talk too much when we feel lonely, we share too deeply when we're disconnected, we try to force closeness. Instead, wait for that natural pause, that moment when his heart is already leaning in. Think of it like planting a seed. You wouldn't throw it into dry dirt and expect it to grow. You wait for the right soil, the right light, then gently drop it. That's emotional timing, the power to hold your feelings until the air feels ready for them. So next time you're lying beside him just before he falls asleep, or after a shared laugh, or in one of those quiet moments when you're both wrapped in the same stillness, say this: "If I could pause any moment in my life, it would be this one right here with you." You didn't demand anything. You didn't overwhelm him. You just placed a small emotional anchor in his heart and let it sink, slowly, deeply, beautifully.